I'm John Allen, and it's time to turn the table with CNN's Candy Crowley. Candy, we're into 2014 now. Wondering what are the big races you're going to watch in terms of Senate, House, anything else?
I have to tell you, I'm intrigued by the Senate because obviously that's the chance where Republicans do have opportunities to take over control of the Senate, which would change the dynamic enormously if you assume, as most people do, that Republicans will maintain control of the House. So in terms of moving forward over the next 2 years, certainly a Senate majority Republican would make things fairly lively up on Capitol Hill. So, and I kind of like the southern races a lot. And so you look at Arkansas with Pryor, Democrat up for re-election. You look at Hagan in North Carolina, and Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader right now, who gets probably a primary challenge, as well as, if he makes it through, that general contest. So I like them because I think the southern races will give you a hint as to where the Democratic Party is going in terms of moderates. You know, that used to be that's blue dog territory. So will blue dogs turn from more liberal candidates on the Democratic side that have, say, supported health care and move toward Republicans? And I think that'll also tell us, you know, every race is about the next race. So I think that'll tell us a lot about 2016 as well.
It's certainly a bellwether and an indication. I think it'll be obviously a lot of people pouring through political data
Right.
from this 2014.
It's what we do. What can I say?
Some good graphics and charts and holograms and
Right,
stuff like that
right.
on CNN too. I'm sure. Can you tell us here in the first week of January what your New Year's resolution is?
I gave up. I have grandchildren who call them New Year's revolutions, and I have no revolutions. I am always so disappointed in myself come May when I've sort of given up on the revolution. So I'm going to sort of in my head be thinking month to month. Okay, what could I be doing better? But to make that big, 12 months is a long time to have to keep a promise to yourself. So I tend to steer clear of them.
I guess the last thing I'd want to know, of course, is a preview, if you can give it to us, of what to expect on State of the Union this weekend.
Among others, we'll have on Gene Sperling talking to us about the economy. As you know, the White House is also in a big push to get long-term unemployment benefits renewed, which Republicans are dead set against. But Democrats see that, and the White House sees that as a great big sort of wedge issue that helps an election year, and also plays into their new theme of the disappearing middle class and the great divide between the rich and the poor. So we'll talk to Sperling about that, and then we're going to have Scott Walker on to get his take on the economy. As you know, he's one of those 2016ers that from time to time we like to check in on and see how he's viewing the national scene.
What's the best way to ask, without giving away too much, what's the best way to ask somebody if they're running for president to get a real answer, you think?
Oh, you know what? If they're not willing to give a real answer, they're not gonna. They really aren't. I mean, it's just tea leaf and goat entrail reading at this point. And they're not going to announce on anybody's show, generally speaking, that they're running for president. That'll be in the own time. So, we always look for little clues and this and that. He's written a book. A lot of people are talking about him. He took on unions, et cetera, et cetera. So until they're ready, there's no amount of questioning you can ask that will get them to say, yes, I'm running. There are questions you can ask that will get them to say, no, I'm not interested. But even that is, they want to do it in their own time, in their own place.
Sperling and Walker, two very different views on how the American economy should be run going forward. I'm sure it'll be very exciting on State of the Union this weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, Candy.
Thanks, Jonathan.